2K24 next gen build video. And in today's video, we are going to be building a rare 7'3" two-way diming mid-range threat. Now, I have been absolutely loving this build. This is going to be also one of my main builds this year. I actually grinded this thing out to 99. I like this thing so much. Even for random rec, any game modes, you can play park with it, or you can take it to the theater, no squads, 3v3. You will be a little bit slow. Of course, 7'3s are going to be slow, and fast centers, they can run out on transition on you for sure, but this build is a ton of fun, and I won a ton of games with this build as well too. The 96 pass accuracy, you can still shoot the ball, you can dunk, as you've seen in the mixtape, everything. This build can literally do everything, and this is the first time that I've tried out a build without increasing the close shot. It took a little bit of adjusting to. You still can make them, but you got to make sure that you do dunk the ball, or if you don't dunk the ball, you are open underneath the net, otherwise you are going to miss. But still, this build is so damn fun, man. So let's get into it. Of course, 7'3", like I said, and you want to drop the weight down to 230 pounds and max out your wingspan to 8'1". So this can be like a Victor Wembanyama build. I also kind of consider this like a prime Arvydas Sabonis build, because before injuries, he was athletic and he could do pretty much everything you've seen in the mixtape earlier. He was hitting threes, he was diming people like crazy, he could dunk the ball, he was getting putbacks. He was an absolute monster. And of course, this also could be like Victor Wembanyama. You could easily make it look like him and go crazy out there as well too. Even breaking ankles and hitting step back threes. Like, man, this build is so much fun. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be concerned 230 pounds, but you have to do this in order to get elite standing big man contact dunks on a 7'3" build. If you go 231 pounds, you lose that 75 vertical and you can't get it anymore. And we also only have a 72 strength, but we are getting an 88 interior defense, so that is also going to help us out with guarding those drop steppers and post spinners and cheesy big builds. Now, you'll only get bronze post lockdown, but still that 88 interior defense rating, and especially once you get into Mamba mentality, or if you want to activate your defensive takeover, you can absolutely hold your own. Now, if they do have like the 95 strength, 99 strength, whatever it may be, and they have those Hall of Fame badges, they still will get those animations, but still that 88 interior defense will help counteract that more than it would if you had the 74. It's just obvious, of course. So now we can click continue. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently for this build video, and let me guys know if you like it this way or if you prefer it the way I used to do it. So what I would do, I would go through every single attribute and increase it as we go through, and then I would go back up and run through all the badges. Instead of doing that first part, I know a lot of people just skip build videos to where the attributes and the 99 overall is. I can't lie, I do it as well too. So I'm also a viewer of YouTube videos as well, so I definitely do this as well. So I also am a viewer, so I kind of know what you guys might like, but if you guys prefer it to do it the other way, just let me know in the comments below. But here we can just run through the badges, and I'll talk about why I did the ratings that I did. So like I said, for our close shot, this is the first time that I've really ever not increased my close shot on the center build. I maybe might have done that in like 2K21 next gen or something like that, but for a few years I've always put close shot on my build. So this is the first time trying it without. We are 7'3", so we are huge underneath the net, but like I said, you pretty much have to make sure that you dunk the ball, or if you are getting a standing layup, that you are open. If you're a little bit contested, you are going to miss this. But we do get elite standing big man contact dunks and gold precision dunker, and the standing dunk meters can be pretty OP. I'm still trying to figure out when to do it, because sometimes you get a massive green window and other times you get like a tiny sliver of a green window, so I still have to figure that out. So we do get gold fast twitch that we are going to get through 92 standing dunk, bronze fearless finisher, gold pro touch. I haven't done any post hooks on this build. I don't think it's going to be greenable. Maybe if you're in Mamba mentality or finishing takeover, you could probably be able to make that work, and especially if you put on the juice perk, you might be able to hit some of your post hooks still. You get bronze whistle and bronze spot finder as well too. So we do get a 73 driving layup. It's nothing too crazy. We do get Zion Williamson layup package through this, which you only need a 74, but we are getting fearless finisher, gold aerial wizard as we've seen in the mixtape, bronze slithery, silver bunny, gold pro touch, gold two steps. You can get some nice euros, bronze whistle, silver float game, which is extremely nice. I wish we could get that Arvydas Sabonis layup package on here. You do have to hit starter 3 in order to unlock it, and a 78 driving layup, I believe. But damn, that would be so OP if you could get Arvydas Sabonis on this. But on my 7-foot demigod, definitely gonna try that out in that build, because that is going to be extremely fun. And especially on the Dwight Howard Shaq type build with an 88 driving layup, those floaters with the Sabonis package are going to be OP. Silver scooper, I haven't really tried this. Sometimes it does activate when you just drive and hold square, and it's really nice. And especially with an 8'1" wingspan, I should probably try and utilize this more. I've just never really think to use it. I don't use the stick to do layups very much, but I might have to incorporate that into my game. And gold spin cycle to finish it off. So a 79 driving dunk, you probably could go down to a 75 because it really doesn't change anything except for that two-step. So that is where we do get that gold two-step. But again, not a hugely important badge. And if you go down to 75, you're still going to get Daryl Dawkins dunk package that way. But I wanted the most dunk that I could, especially if you're in takeover or if you're using the juice perk with it. You're going to get a 90 plus driving dunk at 7'3". And if you do drive in while you're in finishing takeover or Mamba mentality and try a driving dunk meter, you can still catch some contact dunks. I actually almost jumped over a guy and dunked on him. I have the clip still. I didn't put it in the mixtape because I missed the dunk. The green window was tiny and I was very early on it, but I actually did jump over somebody again with a 79 driving dunk. And that was the same thing last year. Last year, my 7'3" builds in slashing takeover, even with just a driving dunk, like I can't remember exactly what it was. I believe it was close to a 79 or whatever it was, but still I was jumping over people with the 7'3". It was so OP. But all right, so 79 driving dunk, gold aerial wizard, bronze slithery. A lot of these badges we've already seen, but we do get bronze posterizer with it and gold precision dunker, but that is also going to come through with our 92 standing dunk. So a lot of repeat badges right here. And like I said, the 92 standing dunk, that is going to get us gold fast twitch, gold rise up, aerial wizard, and gold precision dunker. So like I said earlier, try and utilize that precision dunker badge. I'm still trying to figure out when exactly to take it up onto people to get the big green window and when not to. Off an offensive rebound, it usually seems to be pretty big. Sometimes I get these weird animations where I do like a little step back or I like push them and it takes an extra second and then I'm not sure if I should really take it up again, so then I pass it out and get out of the key. I don't know, I'm still trying to figure it out too, but with the 92 standing dunk and no close shot, you definitely want to try and use that standing dunk meter as much as you can. But again, you can still use your pump fakes, get them jumping, and then you go up with it after they jump. You can still finish around the rack. You just can't be contested, otherwise you will miss. And 57 close shot is the most that we could get, or the lowest that we could go, I should say, because that's 78 mid-range shot. And we don't have any post control on this, but we do get silver post playmaker. That's because we have the pass accuracy and the offensive rebound. At 7'3", we only get a 69 offensive rebound, but again, if you use juice and you use the defensive takeover or Mamba mentality, you will get over an 80 offensive rebound on this build. And of course, as you see, we do have a 96 pass accuracy, so we can get Hall of Fame Dimer. Kick that out, it'll be knocked down, no problem. 78 mid-range shot, that's the most that we could get. I wish we could get a little bit more, but again, 7'3", max wingspan, of course, but still, you guys seen the types of shots that I'm hitting still. You can absolutely cook up in the mid-range, hit your threes, do step back threes, the whole works. Shooting's still been all over the place for me. I'll be like great for a few days, and then all of a sudden I'll have a couple days where I'm just down bad and I can't throw a rock into the ocean. So I don't know, I'm everywhere with it. I was shooting, I think 46% with this build with a 73 3 ball, but we still get a nice decent spread of badges. So silver catch and shoot, bronze deadeye, and at 7'3", that's really nice. Bronze blinders, that would have been nice to have on a higher level as well, especially at 7'3". Silver green machine, once you start greening, you can lock those in and you can really feel it. Silver guard up, which again is extremely nice at 7'3". If you don't put a hand up, you can shoot over those and hit some pretty nasty shots. Silver open looks, that's also going to help, and bronze whistle. And that 73 3 ball, like again, silver catch and shoot, we do get that silver claymore. Try and utilize that badge as much as you can. It definitely helps, especially spotting up out of the corner. If you sit in corner with this build, activate those claymore, corner specialist, and the green machine once you start green, and you can be an absolute knockdown. And of course, if you're open looks is going to kick in, so you got 4 badges to stack on top of that. Your green window is going to be bigger. You can absolutely knock it down. A lot of repeat badges here, but gold comeback kid and broad spot finder as well in there. 70 free throw, we do need 1 more point and we would have been able to get bronze free points, but still 70 free throw, you can absolutely knock it down. This is also one of my favorite parts about this build and why I would consider it like a prime Sabonis build. This 96 pass accuracy is beautiful. Hall of Fame break starter, we get that Hall of Fame dimer. We need 98 pass accuracy for gold needle threader, so it would have been cool to get on Hall of Fame, but for everything else that I wanted on this build, it just was not possible. Silver post playmaker, once again, to go with that 69 offensive rebound. You can absolutely crash the net, get some boards, kick it out to your teammates, those nice crisp clean passes. Silver post playmaker, Hall of Fame dimer is going to stack on top of that for them, plus all their shooting badges. They should be able to knock it down. And that Hall of Fame touch passer, especially coming down with boards, easy outlet passes, crisp clean fast passes, hard to intercept. It's extremely nice. And of course, relay passer, you throw it down the court, maybe that guy's not open or didn't pass it to the right guy, they pass it to the other open guy, you're going to knock that down, get those easy hockey assists. And of course, Hall of Fame special delivery, if you can actually actually get this on a Hall of Fame and you use your flashy passes at the right time, it does give the shot chance a boost, so they can green more. And of course, if you are in the elite affiliation as well too, you will get your two-way boost on the defensive end in the next possession. So if you can actually use this to your advantage, get that boosted up defensive stats on the next possession, and you're going to help your teammates hit more shots. This is actually a pretty underrated badge, but again, if you throw too many flashy passes, you will get some turnovers. You just know have to when use it at the opportune time. And we do get some ball handling on this build. We don't get any badges, unfortunately, with the 49 ball handle. You could probably put this down to like a 40, go 40 and 40 with the speed with ball. That way you can still get those nice dribble packages, and maybe you can increase your offensive rebound a little bit more if you wanted to do that. Totally up to you, but still I wanted to get enough ball handle, and once we are in Mamba mentality, this build goes absolutely crazy and we can get more ball handle and hopefully not get ripped as much. And again, I wanted the most speed with ball that I could get. You could probably just drop this down to a 40 to get those dribble packages on normal. You don't get any badges through this, unfortunately, but again, I wanted the most speed with ball to go with this. You put on the juice perk, you get Mamba mentality. I believe it's probably a plus 15 to this, so you can grab the rebound, go coast to coast, dunk, shoot a three, whatever it might be. And again, one of my favorite parts about this build as well too, to counteract that 72 strength, we went with an 88 interior defense, and we do get gold anchor on this build, and you can swat shots out the gym like crazy. I had so much fun blocking shots with this build, and as you see, we only get bronze post lockdown on this build because we need a 78 strength, so we are 6 points away. It is impossible to be able to get silver post lockdown. That would have been absolutely incredible to get that badge, but still, this bronze post lockdown and the 72 strength has been absolutely fine. You can really hold your own, and you can disrupt shots, make people miss like crazy, especially when that gold anchor kicks in. And they will get some animations on you if they do have that high post control and high strength. You will get tossed or drop step, whatever it might be, but it's not nearly as often as it would have been if I went to a 74 interior defense and left the strength at a 72. The 88 interior defense definitely helps, and once again, you activate the defensive takeover or the Mamba mentality, you're gonna get plus 10 to this with a 98 interior defense, and they won't be able to do anything. People get so pissed off because they see how tall and skinny this build is. They try to back it down, which you can do because it only has a 72 strength, but once they start trying to post spin and drop step, this badge kicks in post lockdown, and then you're gonna get some post wins, and then you can just play hands up defense. They'll try taking it over you. It's not gonna work with an 8'1" wingspan and that gold anchor. I was very impressed with this. I absolutely love this. And we do get a 63 perimeter defense. We do get gold workhorse as well. We do need that 95 stamina, which we will get to, but we do get the off-ball pest badge, which is extremely useful. I would definitely recommend putting at least a 58 perimeter defense on all of your center builds. This not only works for guarding the 3-ball, but for cuts as well too. If you're guarding your man in the corner and he tries to cut, you will kind of grab him and shove him and make it a little bit harder. He will kind of get past you, but you can still get enough time to recover, and that cut isn't going to be as crisp and clean, and you know that's going to be obvious if the guard up atop is going to throw it to him or not. So this badge is extremely useful, I find. And again, with that 63 perimeter defense, you can play in the park or the 3v3 theater with this, but again, you only have a 55 speed, so you are going to be slower, but it is definitely usable in the 3v3 modes. And we do get a 60 steal to go with that 8'1" wingspan, and we do get bronze interceptor this way. I honestly don't even get that many steals. Even with this 60 rating, I've sacrificed this quite a few in other my center builds. Totally up to you if you want to put this on, but I don't know, even with an 8'1" wingspan, covering that huge space on the court, I don't know, it is nice to have 100%, but it's not like I'm getting a ton of steals a game, and even when I don't have it, I can still feel like I get just as many steals, but it is absolutely nice to have for sure. And then 92 blocks, so we can get that gold anchor, bronze chase down artist, and of course gold poker stick as well too. 8'1" wingspan, being able to play interior defense, especially if you get takeover, get your speed boosted up, chase down artist, you can swat shots like crazy, pretty much like Victor Wembanyama blocks, so it is a ton of fun on this build. And a 69 offensive rebound, that does get us the silver post playmaker. That was the threshold for this, so that's why I went up to a 69. It would have been nice to get a little bit more offensive rebound on this for sure, but still, again, if you're in takeover, you win the juice perk, you can get probably a plus 15, or you're going to get an 80 plus offensive rebound on this. And if you use the sponge perk, it is extremely easy to get takeover very fast. Come down with the rebounds, full court outlet passes, that 96 pass accuracy, it is very quick to get your first takeover, and it's not very hard to get Mamba mentality either. And 92 defensive rebounds, silver box out beasts against those high strength center builds, high rebounding center builds where they get Hall of Fame box out beasts and they can swim you. That can be tough against some of them, but for the most part you can hold your own. And again, if you're in takeover, you're gonna get your strength boosted up, everything like that. you can box them out and still come down with rebounds. Like I still averaged, I can't remember, probably 14 or 15 rebounds, something like that. So you still absolutely can hold your own even with the silver box out beast. But again, if you come up against those specialist rebounding builds, that's their job. It is going to be tough against them. But the 92 also does give us that gold rebound chaser and gold pogo stick as well. And for speed, you want to max that out for sure at 55. That only gets us bronze chase stone artist. This is the most speed that you can get on a 7'3". It would have been nice to be able to get 60 speed for a few more badges, but unfortunately 55 is all you can get. And again, if you do crash the boards and you're up against like a 6'9", 6'10", 6'8 center, they don't get the rebound, it goes elsewhere, they are gone down the court and they can get some easy transition buckets for sure. So you are slow coming down the court, but still the size for the rebounding and the passing, you can still stretch the floor, you can still dunk the ball, get contact dunks. It all makes up for it. Your size really does make up for the lack of speed, and especially in the rec, it'll be all right. But again, some people will run out and get transition buckets on you, and if you are up against a 6'9", 6'10" that knows how to dribble and ISO and get around you, that can be tough as well too. So but once you learn how to play with the build, get used to the speed, you can figure it out and you can go crazy. That 45 acceleration, that gets us that bronze spot finder. So if you're on the 3-point line and you tap the right trigger or R2, you will get kind of like a burst animation, and then this badge will kick in if you receive a pass off of that, and that does increase your shot chance as well too, I believe. So that badge will kick in if you want to shoot some nice off-ball threes or something like that. Maybe you're shooting really good that game. This will absolutely help. And like I said, the 72 strength, because we have that 88 interior defense, it greatly helps with guarding post scorers, anybody with those high post moves or strength. It will be able to back you down. We only have bronze brick wall and bronze post lockdown and bronze immovable enforcer. We still at least have those badges, but they are only at the bronze level. But still, that 88 interior defense, that is going to kick in and help you guard the paint. But again, if they are one of those specialist post scorer builds with high post control, high strength, they will get their swim and drop step animations, whatever it might be. But still, it is going to absolutely help you with that 88 interior defense, and you can hold your own. But again, you will get those cheesy animations where you're helpless and you can't do anything. But more often than not, because of that 88 interior defense, you should be fine. You can play your hands up defense. You got that 8'1" wingspan, gold anchor. They're going to have a tough time scoring on you. And again, 75 vertical, we had to drop the weight to 230 pounds. If you go 231, that does give you a 74 vertical, and we need 75 to go with the 90 standing dunk for elite big man contact dunks. That does get us gold rise up, aerial wizard, chase down artist, and you also need a 75 vertical in order to get gold pogo stick, and at 7'3", 8'1" wingspan, 92 block. That is going to be OP, and it is. And of course, bronze posterizer at last. And last but not least, stamina to 95, so we can get that gold workhorse. We got 8'1" wingspan, 92 defensive rebounds, 69 offensive rebounds, so we can just battle for those 50-50 balls a little bit better, or if there's a loose ball in the court, this will help us get it. And I really do believe that this helps you get some more rebounds. So there we have it, the 7'3" two-way diming mid-range threat. I have been absolutely loving this build. Like I said, I grinded this thing all the way to 99. I was enjoying it so much. It's an easy rep build as well too. You can get a ton of assists. It's a triple double machine, and there's a ton of fun things that you can do with it. Get crazy clips, you can still dunk on people, the whole works. So now if we click continue, we get the shades of Vlade Divac, Victor Wembanyama, and Joel Embiid. So it's 3 pretty legit centers, and we do get the gold version of Vlade Divac, so that being a prime Vlade. And there you see it, a rare two-way diming mid-range threat. You don't see too many 7'3" of those out in the park or the rec. I haven't seen any of them yet, especially in the rec. There's just a lot of inside the arc threats or a 3-level threat. You see a lot of the same build names up in the rec, but this one is 7'3", two-way diming mid-range threat, absolutely fire. Next up, I'll show you guys which attributes to increase first, and we'll quickly go through the animations and jump shot for this build. So the way I increased this build first, I maxed out my driving layup, driving dunk, and standing dunk. I wanted to be able to finish, and of course we are going to max out our shooting as well too. I want to be able to be an inside out threat right off the rip. And 92 standing dunk, you'll be able to get your gold fast twitch faster, gold rise up faster, or if you have both of your gold floor setters, I would definitely recommend putting your gold floor setters on fast twitch and rise up. And then once you get your third one, I would recommend precision dunker. That way you can really lock in those big green windows, get contact dunks, and finish underneath the rim. Close shot, I actually left until my very last attributes to increase. crease. So again, be very careful. You can still make your open standing layups, but you have to be open. If there's like even 5% of a contest, you're gonna miss. So try and use that dunk meter as much as you can. Like I said, we want to max out our shooting, so we're gonna go 78 mid-range, 73 3 ball, and I went up to a 65 free throw. So if we do get fouled, we still have the ability to knock it down somewhat. But again, want that 78 and 73. That way you can get the best jump shot releases that you can, and that way we can also shoot, get our nice silver and bronze badges right off rip as well. Pass accuracy, we are going to max this out, so we are going to be able to get that Hall of Fame break starter, Hall of Fame dimer as soon as you can. And once you come down with those rebounds, you can fill those full court outlet passes, hold the X or A button, PlayStation or Xbox, it will toss it down the court, nice crisp clean passes and easy assists. And for my ball handle and speed with ball, I only went up to a 40 and a 40 just so I was able to get the normal dribble styles and normal dribble moves for this build. Interior defense, I only went up to a 74. That does get us the bronze post lockdown at least, but my next attribute upgrades, I did focus on increasing my defense with my interior defense, block, steal, and perimeter defense, the whole works. So for now, we're not going to increase our perimeter defense or steal, but like I said, in the next attribute upgrades that you get, I would recommend focusing on these three. We are going to get an 87 block, so we do get silver anchor off rip as well. And again, 8'1" wingspan, 87 block, you're absolutely money, and you can still get a ton of blocks with this build, even with an 87 block, or I've even gotten a ton of blocks when I've only increased it up to a 77 before on some other builds. You'll absolutely be able to get the job done with this. We weren't able to increase our offensive rebound yet, and of course max out your defensive rebound to a 92 to get that gold rebound chaser as soon as you can, and that way again we can come down with those defensive rebounds. You got your 96 pass accuracy, check it down the court, get those easy assists, get that easy rep, and of course use the sponge. That's going to get your takeover meter up super quick. And I do end up maxing out pretty much all of my physicals, speed, acceleration, that way we can get our bronze spot finder, strength to a 72, absolutely, you want all those nice bronze defensive badges that you can get. Vertical, you absolutely need that at 75 to match that 92 standing dunk for elite big man standing contact dunks. And lastly, a 95 stamina, so we can get that gold workhorse. So this will cost you 255,000 BC, pretty much seems to be 255k for everything up to an 89 or a 90. As soon as you make a new build, that's pretty much what it is every single time. But this way you make it like this, you're gonna have your defense, you still got your playmaking and passing, shooting, finishing, good physicals. You can bring this thing into the rec and start going crazy immediately. So now that we've increased the build, let's go look at the animations and jump shot for this build. So the animations for this build, jump shot, I will get to that after. Free throw, I have been using Ray Allen. It's been money enough for me, I just haven't switched it. I haven't tried anything else yet. Still looking for that one free throw, but for now I've just been using Ray Allen. Layup styles, Zion Williamson, like I said. Dunk styles, we'll get into that in a second. Dribble pull up, Dirk Nowitzki. Spin jumper, normal. Hop jumper, Nikola Jokic. That's where you can get those nasty step back threes, and if you're in sharpshooting takeover Mamba mentality, you can actually get some ankle breakers off that. Super nasty. Post fade Kobe, post hook Joel Embiid, post hop shot Kobe Bryant, and motion style is PJ Washington. In my pass style, Domantas Sabonis, you get some really nice full court outlet pass animations with this pass style, so that's what I've been using. Or if you want to go ahead and use Tyrese Halliburton, whatever it is, you can go ahead and use your favorite pass style. And dribble moves, as you can see here, they're all normal. Every single one I have on normal, and then the triple threat style I have on basic. And the jump shot that I've been using for this build, Jonathan Isaac based. Again, it's probably my favorite base this year. I've been the most consistent with it, or I seem it's the easiest to green for me. Again, I still am everywhere with shooting. I'll have a few great days of shooting, unbelievable shooting, and then for like a couple days I can't shoot the broadside of a barn. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I don't know, I'm kind of everywhere with it still. I have some good days, I have some bad days, but still you can absolutely still knock down with this jump shot, or it's been good for me anyway. We had to switch up our releases because we only have that 78 mid-range, but still you get an A- release speed, an A release height, C defensive immunity, which isn't great, and a C- timing stability. But as you've seen, again, take the Jonathan Isaac based notch down 1, which for some reason it goes down 2. I don't know why, but go down 1. It'll help you out. Your timing stability will increase. That's going to help you shoot a little bit better as well. And the release is 47% Marc Gasol and 53% Tim Duncan, as you can obviously see in front of you. And for my dunk packages, we got the rim grazers, we got the hangs, all of them on there. We got our big man windmills just to get a little fancy with it. It's not the greatest dunk packages, though that one can get blocked, so up to you if you want to put that on, but it's kind of fun to throw down a windmill with a 7'3". The reverses, I got all the reverses on. Some of these baseline reverses off too, maybe not great because he brings it down, but still, you can still make them. Again, you probably don't necessarily need these ones, but I do have them, so up to you if you want to put those on, but I don't know, they're all right. We got all of our basics, we got our athletic one-handers off too, we got our double clutches, and we got our tomahawks. Tomahawk dunks are my favorite dunks in all the games. I just love one-handed power jams. And our 1 foot moving dunks, rim grazers, we got all the hangs, we got the reverses once again, we got the tomahawks that we can get, double clutches that we can get, we got the basics that we can get, and we got the athletics that we can get as well. Standing dunks, every single one, all the regular, got the rim pulls, we got the athletics. Of course you want that elite standing contact dunks and the pro standing big contact dunks 100%. And as you see in there is some driving contact dunks in there, so if you do have that slashing takeover or Mamba mentality, go ahead, drive in and try that driving dunk meter. You might be able to get some nasty contact dunks. And like I said, I got the jump over animation, but my green window was tiny and I didn't make it. But still, I would have been going crazy if I jumped over somebody with a 7'3" again. I did it 3 or 4 times last year. It would have been crazy to do it again this year. Hopefully I can do it at some point, but we just got to keep trying. My signature dunks, Giannis, with that 8'1" wingspan, it's just a nice dunk package to have when you have a frame like this. Daryl Dawkins, I absolutely love this dunk package, especially the under the net where he like swings his arm and jams it over people. It doesn't happen as much as it did last year. It was pretty rare to happen last year, but this year it's even more rare. But right there, that's the one that I'm talking about. Those nice swing arm animations, they are so OP. I've only done it once this year so far. People came on the mic and were like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, this dunk package is awesome. Even Victor Wembanyama pulled out a Daryl Dawkins dunk this year where I can't remember who he was playing against. I think it might have been the Heat and it was over Thomas Bryant or something like that, but literally swang his arm over him and dunked on him. It was nasty. We just have all the dunk packages that we can get. Draymond Green, Dwight Howard, some nice dunks in there, Karl Malone, Shaquille O'Neal, Ben Simmons, and Karl Anthony Towns. And lastly, our alley-oops, we got all the ones that we can get pro, and we do get big contact alley-oops, so you can catch some pretty nasty oops. You can get gold aerial wizard as well, and if you're in takeover, once again, that green window should be nice and big for you to be able to absolutely yam on your opponents. So there we have it, everything that you need to start off with this build to go absolutely crazy in the wreck. And next up, of course, we're going to get into some gameplay where we drop a nice triple double with the 7'3" two-way diming mid-range threat. So here we've got a 21 point, 22 rebound, 10 assists, 1 steal, and 4 block gameplay on 8 of 9 shooting and 5 of 6 from 3-point land. So a nice full complete gameplay, and this build is 100% a triple double machine. It has all the tools to be able to get those triple doubles, and we're starting it off with a nice green 3. That's the thing, you leave this build wide open from the outside. 7'3", the build like this, not many people think you're going to be able to shoot. Two-way diming mid-range threat build name, doesn't sound like it should be able to shoot, and you only do have a 73 3 ball, but look at this, bang, the nasty step back green threes. I don't hit those all the time, but when you do hit them, it is absolutely super satisfying. And as you've seen in the earlier mixtape as well too, you can get some ankle breakers from that animation if you have sharp takeover like you're seeing right here, or if you get Mamba mentality, you can get those nasty ankle breakers, and the mid-range does go insane. Only a 78 mid-range, but still, if you drive in and do a tap square, you can do those nice little hop steppers back like that. They are absolutely money. I think that's the Jokic hop jumper hopping in right there. Absolutely incredible. Even Dirk Nowitzki, you can get some pretty nice animations with that as well too. But again, I don't have a close shot on this build, but I do play like more of a stretch, and when I do get in the paint, I do want to try and use that standing contact dunk meter, and especially if you get the two-way boost like you see right here, it is absolutely OP. Just nice, beautiful plays just like that. I have been absolutely loving this build. It is super fun to play on in 5v5, and it's actually pretty fun in the 3v3. There are some pretty good 6'8" and 6'9" builds out there, and they are gonna run you up and down the court. They can get easy transition buckets on you, but you're gonna out rebound everybody. You can still dunk on everybody as well too. You can still space the floor. They don't think you're gonna be able to shoot like that, but you absolutely can. So that's what I mean. That 96 pass accuracy is also extremely nice with that Hall of Fame dimer. I'm pretty lucky to get an assist right there. It was pretty long after I passed the ball to him, and he did make a couple moves, but hey, I'll definitely take it. And I also am running the juice perk in this video as well too. I started off using sponge and then I switched over to juice. I don't find there to be a ton of difference with juice. I've said this multiple times throughout the previous videos. I think it's a plus 15 instead of a plus 10 boost. But again, I don't know, I could be wrong, but if you try and go and check like you could in other years, you just have to go into like a career game, pause it. Once you're in the takeover, go to your stats and then it'll show all your boosted stats. But player of the half right there as well too, 13, 3, and 7. Pretty solid stat line all around, getting up to the triple double. But I wish we could figure out what juice exactly did. I wish they would come out and say it somehow. I don't know, be Twitter or in a video or something, whatever it might be. That'd be extremely nice. I don't know, but still, getting a nice little pass right there. I thought about taking it in for the driving dunk right there. I think if I had Mamba mentality, I would have tried the driving dunk meter, because like I said earlier, I actually got the animation where you jump over somebody on this build, and I only have a 79 driving dunk. And just like last year when I only had a 70, I can't remember what it was, high 70s driving dunk on the 7'3" build with that slashing takeover, I actually did jump over people and dunk on them. It was much easier to green last year. This year the green window was super tiny, but man, it would have been absolutely OP if I could have done that. But the Mamba mentality with the juice perk is pretty OP, but again, I think it is still probably best to use sponge on this build, especially if you do what this build is doing in this gameplay. That's what I mean, that 69 offensive rebound does come in handy right there. You still can grab those boards and get those nice little putback dunks just like that. And hopefully he does dunk it. Even if that wasn't a dunk right there, he still would have been able to make that layup, especially in Mamba mentality. But pulling up from 3 with Mamba mentality is so OP. I absolutely love this build. Nice passing again. I absolutely love this. I probably won't make too many more centers that don't have pass accuracy, to be honest. I do love having pass accuracy. It does fit my playstyle quite a bit better, but I just wanted to try out some of those badges and some of those other ratings to see what it was like. But man, the pass accuracy is definitely nice to have. It's easy rep. You can get nice triple doubles just like this. Right there, I was thinking about shooting a nice little hop jumper, but I decided to give it up to my teammate. I only do have the defensive takeover on, but it works out. He sees me open for the pop, and we cash that thing. It is so nice. Now, Jonathan Isaac also might not be for everybody. For some reason, it works the best for me. I know a lot of people have been using Eric Pascal. I don't know why, but for some reason, I just can't figure out that base. So Jonathan Isaac is what has been working for me. I'm going to stick to it, master it, learn it, try my best to really master it. But again, I'll have shooting games like this, and then like the next day I'll go like 0 for 4 and 1 for 5, and I can't figure it out, and then I'll figure it out again. I'm everywhere with it. But we drop a nice 20 and 20 triple double, only missing 1 shot and 4 blocks as well on the 7'3" two-way diamond mid-range threat. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you drop a like, and hit that sub, and we'll talk to you later.